Hey everybody, I'm back and it's time for a review slash tutorial slash swatch video. So Colored Raine just released their new eyeshadow palette called Cheers to the Beauty, and they were so kind enough to send me one in the mail. I'm super excited to try it out, try it on, on my eyes and face, because yes, there is also a beautiful highlight shade in there. Now I have super high expectations for this palette because they also sent me their mini palettes a little while ago and I absolutely love them. Before I start, I quickly want to give you some info about the palette. There are 13 pans in this palette, and let me look on the website to get it correctly. You get 5 matte eyeshadows, 2 foils, and 5 shimmer pearls, and 1 highlight shade. And just to let you know, the palette is cruelty free, so that is always a plus in my book. The palette retails for $56. There are some influencers out there who have, special coupon codes. So yeah, just check out the Colored Raine Instagram page if you want to save some money on the palette. I do not have a coupon code yet, but who knows, maybe in the future. As you can see, I already did my brows off of camera. I primed my eyes with this Urban Decay Original Primer Potion. You know the deal by now. I brought y'all in a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna dip into Powder Room first, and there's a little fallout, but I have no problem with that. It's literally the same thing with any other eyeshadow, to be honest. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, this is not a joke. I know it's like kind of the same color as the concealer I used to pretty much, carve out my brow shape, but that's really pigmented. Okay, yeah, that is very, very pigmented, as I expected. So far, so good. Really easy to blend. Next up, I'm going to dip into Vintage Feels. This eyeshadow has a little more fallout when you dip into it. So the color Vintage Feels definitely looks like a beautiful transition shade. And oh, yep, there we go. Look at that. Oh, I love this. Now I love to pack on eyeshadows, but it makes it so easy. Like, look at that. Boom. There you go. This eyeshadow has some hints of like gold flakes in there, or like, sparkles in there. It's definitely not a shimmer. It is just a matte eyeshadow with tiny, tiny, tiny bits of gold sparkle in there. The next eyeshadow I'm going to use is called Debonair. Again, this eyeshadow also has a little more fallout in the pan than Powder Room. Oh yes. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that though? That's freaking like... Ooh. Yes, please. Give me more. I need more. Wow. Okay. I like this. I like this very much. Really easy to blend as well. Same consistency as the other eyeshadows I've so far tried. Just to give you kind of a comparison, the mini palettes, I love those already. But these are even more pigmented and they are a little bit more powdery compared to, let's say the Beauty Rest palette they have. But I'm not complaining at all. If you're gonna get a palette before the year is over, get this one. And no, I'm not being paid to say that. Now to give my eyes a little bit more definition, I'm going in with Dusk eyeshadow by Colored Raine. You can find it in the Beauty Rest palette. I brought you in a little closer now so you can see the full effect of the next eyeshadows. So next up, I'm going to use Nightingale. I have not wet my brush, nothing. I'm just going to apply the eyeshadow dry and see what it looks like. So here we go. This eyeshadow is so buttery and soft. As you can see, I did cut my crease a little bit with some concealer. And there is not much fallout. Also, there's not much fallout in the pan. Now I'm going to wet the brush with a little bit of water. So let me do that. And let's see if I can intensify it even more. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, okay. That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Now I'm quickly just going to apply a little bit more of that dusk eyeshadow I applied in my crease before. And this time I'm applying it on the lid, so on the outer part of the lid, and blending it together. Just for fun, I'm just going to apply Diamond Jubilee on the inner corner. This is like makeup porn for me right now, like, oh, stunning. Now I'm going to take Debonair eyeshadow again, and this time, as you can see, I'm applying that right underneath my lower lash line, and I'm just going to smudge that out. And of course, I'm taking dusk eyeshadow again, and I'm applying that on the outer part of my lower lash line, or underneath the outer part of my lower lash line, to again give my eyes a little bit more definition, make it look a little bit more smoky. And for my brow bone highlight, I'm going to use the eyeshadow called Boutonniere, or at least I hope I pronounced that correctly. And I'm just gonna apply that right here, ever so softly. I love it. I love this. I live for this. Beautiful shade. There's not much fallout in the pan when I picked up the eyeshadow, so that's good. Now I'm quickly going to finish up the eye, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. As you can see, I finished up my makeup, changed my clothes. Quickly, before you all start asking me, on my lips, I'm wearing the Colored Raine matte lip in Cherry Blossom. They also sent this to me. Thank you so much. But this shade though, love it, love it. So, you know I had to put it on for today. But the look is not complete. I'm going to try out their highlighter that they added to the palette. It's right here. It's called Luxurious Bling. Let's give it a try. So I'm just gonna dip into the highlight, like so. And let's see what happens. Ooh. So the highlight kind of has a pinky undertone to it, with some gold in there. Please don't shy away from this highlight, because in the pan it looks white, but it definitely isn't. So on darker complexions, even darker than mine, this will be a very beautiful highlight. Let me put on some more. Okay, so now it's time for my final thoughts on the Colored Raine Cheers to the Beauty eyeshadow palette / highlight palette. So I think you can guess it by now. Yes, I love this palette. It's really easy to work with. The shimmery eyeshadows in here are stunning. They're so buttery smooth. And trust me, if you do decide to get this palette and dip your fingers in there, not just only your brush or brushes, but also your fingers, you will understand what I'm talking about. These are some freaking high quality eyeshadows. I don't know what Lorraine did to them, but she created magic. Oh my gosh. I hope this does not sound like an infomercial to you. I'm really excited, and You all know that whenever I do create a review or share a palette that I'm in love with, then you know it's the real deal. So, I'm just saying. The highlight in this palette is definitely slept on. If you're really pale, you could also use this as, let's say, a blush topper. If you have a matte pink or red blush, you can definitely add some shimmer to it with this highlighter. Why am I pointing over here? Because it's right over here. Should I be really picky about the palette? Fine, I'll be a little picky about the palette. The only thing I would have wanted in this palette was a matte black eyeshadow. But that's just me being picky. I mean, not every palette needs to have a matte black eyeshadow. I'm on a real note, a lot of companies have black eyeshadows. It's just that because I like their matte formula so much that I would have loved to have a black matte eyeshadow by them. But that's the only thing I would be picky about. Okay? That was it for the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to know how I do my foundation, contouring, and all that stuff, because I did not include that in this video, then please click somewhere here in the screen or below in the information box. Even though this tutorial isn't like fully complete, I still hope you like the look and the outcome. And I do hope you give the palette a chance. Now for all the social media stuff. If you want to find me on there, all you have to do is type in MakeupByNamaisa on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And click on the notification bell to know whenever I'm uploading a new video. Thank you so much, Colored Raine, for sending me this beautiful palette. I'm gonna wipe this all off and do a new makeup look because I want to play with makeup. Anyway, love you all. Bye!